Hi, boys and girls. So today we're going to talk about something that some of you know how to do really well, and some of you still need some practice on. Okay, so I've been seeing your writing over the last lot of weeks, and I've noticed something that has been happening in some of your writings, and we're going to talk about that today. Sometimes when you start writing, you forget how to form the letters in lowercase. So some of you are forming your letters with capital letters in the middle of a sentence. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what a sentence should look like, and then I'm going to give you a topic today to write about. Okay, so we've been writing for a while now, and we know that sentences start with a capital letter, right? I'm going to turn my camera around and show you some sentences from our fluency passage, and we're going to look at what they look like. The first letter is capital, right? And most of the letters after it in that sentence, until the period, are lowercase. The only time we have a capital letter in the middle of a sentence is if it is an I that's by itself, or if it's a name. Okay, so if we have a pronoun in the middle of a sentence, all right? So let's look at this. I'm going to show you what it looks like. We're going to talk a little bit about the sentences. So this says, Lance likes rice. And if you notice, the first letter is capital, and these two are both all lowercase. Okay, let's look at the next sentence. He eats it with a wedge of lime. So the first sentence is capital. The first letter is capital. The first letter is capital, and the rest of the letters in here are lowercase. Okay, let's see if we can find. I think that every single one in this has a capital letter at the beginning, and all the rest of the letters are lowercase. Okay, so that's what I want yours to look like too. All right, I'm going to write some sentences now, and I'm going to show you how they should look. We're going to write the sentence, Mrs. Burnett likes to eat pasta. Okay, Mrs., and I'm going to make the M capital because it is the first letter of a sentence. These letters are lowercase. Mrs. Burnett, that's a name, so it has to be capital. The first letter is capital, but the rest of the letters are little. They're lowercase. Mrs. Burnett likes, and we know how to spell likes because we know that the E makes the I say I. So we'll sound it out. O-I, and then the I says I, so we have to have an E and S. Mrs. Burnett likes to eat pasta. And because of my prior knowledge, I know how to spell pasta. So I will go ahead and spell that. That's a word you could add to your word wall too. Mrs. Burnett likes to eat pasta. So do you see how every single letter, except for my name and the first letter, are lowercase? Okay, I'm going to show you what I've been seeing. All right, I'm going to show you what I've been seeing when you write your sentences. I'm going to write the same sentence, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when you write it. Some of you are writing like that. That is an uppercase T, right? We need to have lowercase, which goes right at the line, right at that middle line. Mrs. Burnett likes, and some of you, I want to show you this one. Some of you are making your K's look like this. And that is an uppercase K, and an uppercase K does not go in the middle, right? So I want your K's to look like this. Okay? Either you make them like Mrs. Burnett makes them in Danielian, that's what that's called, and it has a little circle, Or you can make your K like this. If you make your K like that, I want it to be below the line. I want the upper part of your K to be below the line. Okay? Mrs. Burnett likes to eat. I'm seeing this too, boys and girls. The O looks like an uppercase O because it's above the line. If you have a lowercase o, it's below the line. And the A's are too. Eat pasta. And some of you are doing this. You're making your P capital. Okay? So we talked about proper nouns, right? We talked about proper nouns and how those are capital. Some of you are getting a little bit happy about capitals, okay? Proper nouns are only when it's a name, okay? If it's just a noun, we don't capitalize it, all right? So today in your writing, you are going to write about how to make your bed, okay? I want to see how to make your bed, and I want you to be sure that your first letter of your sentence is capital and all the other letters are small, unless there's a name in there. Okay? All right, you will write for 20 minutes. Happy writing.